Hello TCG and Lorcana enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another deck and gameplay video. So, I have a very interesting one for you. Around locations, more specifically around locations using the John Silver from Into the Inklands. So this is location spam. Well, I think you could probably build location span and Ruby as well. I want to try with the Amethyst engine because of the mass amount of draw capacity that we get off the Amethyst cards. But in my opinion, I think a Ruby strategy is also very strong, especially with the ROS Legacy, especially with Captain Hook's the Jolly Roger, so those two, and Agrabah, so I think those two look at Ruby is also very strong. Not mentioned you get Maui, you get Be Prepared, Tooth and Nash, you get a lot of very good control cards. But I wanted to try with the draw engine out first. So, to start out for the Amethyst cards, we got 3 Rafiki, 3 of the Forbidden Mountain, 4 Cusco, 4 Madam Him. Yes, we are playing the bounce stuff in here as well, the Madam Him Merlin bounce stuff. We got 4 Friends on the other side, 3 Madam Him Fox, 4 Maleficent, 3 Merlin Goat, 4 Merlin Rabbit, 4 of the Queen's Castle, and 4 Maleficent. I have been actually having some fun with this Maleficent, being able to move around damage counters and being able to just draw on a quest is pretty nice. I would like to see more use around moving damage counters around. I think that's actually a unique idea. It's just so new into Lorcana. I don't think we have a very strong strategy around it just yet. For the steel side of it, we got 4 Captain Hook, 2 Jafar to deal with anything that has evasive. We have 3 Mr. Shmee, 3 of Nottingham, 2 Captain Hook Rapier. We are running a lot of Captain Hook in here, which is pretty nice. But anyways, this also is really good for that Ruby strategy where you could play 𝐒𝐍𝐉𝐻𝐾 Khan and the Queen of Hearts in here because of the fact that whenever a character is banished, you could just pay 1 to draw a card. So it's actually pretty nice. We're running 4 John Silver. Kind of the name of the game of the deck here is that we're going to spam locations. While locations do give us a bunch of lore as well, we want him out because he gains a resist 1 and a +1 lore for every location out on the board. I'm running 3 Smash, 3 of the Shift Captain Hook, just because he has Challenger and he can't be challenged by anything that is a 3 cost or less. So typically we could sit him behind the Queen's Castle, and then no one could threaten him. We could just draw some cards. And finally, I'm running 3 Grab Your Swords. So 666 cards all together. Let's take it to the ladder in a best 2 out of 3 and see how well we do. Our game 1 opponent will be against Amber Ruby. An interesting color combination I've been seeing it kind of floating around right now. Alright, so we do have some pretty good setup here. I think I'm going to take out both of those, keep the Smash in because I do want to be able to do it. And I think I'm going to keep the Captain Hook as well. So I think we're just going to do this, and Madam Him here is kind of just to protect this Captain Hook if need be. So I think we're going to start by, you know what, I think we're going to throw the Madam Him snake away. And we should say greetings as well. Be polite to your friends and family. But anyways, we're going to play our Captain Hook here. Again, he's that challenger, so he does threaten the fact of being a nuisance. Bernard! The Rescuers. Pluto, a very good card, I will say. Very strong indeed. Okay, from this point, I think I'm going to throw Madam Him Fox away. And we're just going to pass. Again, Now, do I really fear this Pluto? No, maybe we should have just quested with the Captain Hook because the Pluto can't gain power. I don't sure if there could be something he could spam out that could immediately. And this is going to be kind of funny to grab that sword could knock those both out of existence. From this point, I think it's worth just doing this because then we could just sing swords and knock them both out. So we go shift, and then we just sing the swords. There they both go. Goodbye, Pluto. Poor doggy. Killed off by swords. So anyways, I'm pretty sure what we'll do is we'll probably throw the Smash away. We'll get out the Queen's Castle, and then I can literally attach it on the following turn. My goodness, thank goodness I did that. He had the Pluto, which funny enough, both Plutos tapping down can reduce this Pluto's cost. So basically he just comes out for almost free. So we'll do this. I'm not really afraid of him threatening
my Captain Hook at all. I can't be challenged by any characters that cost 3 or less per his ability, so... Yeah, I quest for 1 a turn, but now I have the location, so now I'm threatening to gain 3 a turn. And not mentioning that if we get something I can use, I could put another Captain Hook. Not that I'm really going to. So he's got Mufasa! Mufasa. What cost are you? Oh, okay, so you got 4 costs. Fun. I don't like this. By the way, I do not like this Prince Eric. He's actually kind of annoying because I think it's whenever this character's banished, you may banish chosen character.
So he's just very annoying to try to get through. I'm gonna pass from there. Again, like if he comes and threatens the location with 2 damage, whatever. It's not impactful to me. I may just have the sword be sung here anyways. Just because the fact of the matter is that I get to draw a card here. Okay, yeah, I'll draw another one. Yeah, I think he's going to sing the swords, all honesty, and just knock out the 2 characters. I do lose the Captain Hook, by the way, because of the Prince Eric. Underrated card. I think it's actually pretty nice. It just gets rid of anything on the board, which is so good. Unfortunately, I think Mr. Shmee is going to have to go take a trip to the Inkwell for us. We'll put out the hair, draw a card, and I'm going to hook the hair to the location. Pass. And the hair can sing like friends on the other side, so... Wow, nothing. Okay. I'll take another draw here. Okay. Well, we are now starting basically what our deck is meant to do. Spam locations. So, I think we'll put out another of the Queen's Castle. And I'll put out another one of this. I honestly don't want to throw anything in my Inkwell. I don't think it's worth it. So now we're spammed out locations. So, I mean, we are just gaining 4 lore off these 2 locations here. And then 1 more. So we're getting 5 lore a turn off locations. Like I said, locations are a little broken when you think about building like a spam strategy behind them. So I'm just going to have this hair sing this again. Oh, look at that. More cards. I'm going to put the Cusco away. Let's put out yet another location because we haven't put out enough. And I'm going to put out this Maleficent. And pass. I don't know. What is he building up in his hand? He's got 4 characters. I would have thought he would have at least played something by now. What, a Maui? You could have played Maui like a turn ago. Because right now, I'm threatening like... game. Like, very hard I'm threatening game. It's everyone's, Perdita. Whenever you play this character, and whenever this character will make play a card... Okay, so he's basically kind of going on like a pseudo-spam strategy, which I think is actually pretty neat. This kind of has like a really good spam strategy. I just don't know if it has like the greatest spam strategy just yet. But it has a pretty good one. So anyways, we kind of win here. Victory! 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 Locations, locations, locations. Alright, on to game 2. Let's see if we can win another game. Alright, we got Steel Ruby. Alright, so far 2 Ruby decks with 2 completely different engines in them. Okay, so this is not a bad start here. Ooh, okay. I think we want to keep this. This is actually really good for us. We have not only Captain Hook, we have some really good stuff here. So I'm going to put Merlin away, and we're going to throw out our good captain. I think after that, I think next turn we'll probably throw out the Forbidden Mountain, because it becomes a location. So it's always like this threat they have to kind of deal with. I think from here, I think I'm going to put the Rafiki away. He is running steel, by the way, so I do have to be a little cautious that he is running a color that could kill this Captain Hook before I get to play him. Before I basically get to shift him and have the 5 cost that basically can sing my swords. So it's been a Maui and Mr. Shmee, what are you doing over there, sir? You traitor. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the Smash away. All honesty. I'm gonna bring out John Silver and I'm gonna pass.
Because I can honestly just next turn, wait a turn. Honestly, I can next turn just, if we get an inkable card, by the way, because right now we don't have an inkable card. If I get an inkable card, I just go the Queen's Castle. That gives me a +2 on my resist. So I can swing into that and get like a +2 resist. Or I could sacrifice, of course, Captain Hook to it. It'll kind of be interesting because as of right now, I can still knock it out, survive with 2, and still play like the Rapier game of power. So it'll be interesting. Now again, he is playing a deck that's running 2 very good control engines. Interesting. So we didn't do anything with the Mr. Shmee. We'll play this out. This basically gives me a +3 lore, and now I have a +2 to my resist as well. So I'm threatening a very strong resist package right now. Moana, huh? That's the one that, yeah, that's the evasive Moana. That's another deck I need to check out. I just need to check out, like, pure evasive. Interesting. So she can challenge ready characters, which isn't great. So that literally means I kind of need to go Captain Hook this turn and threaten. Like, go Captain Hook here. Knock out, I guess I could do 2 knockouts here. Yeah. So we'll shift for that. Just because he can't be challenged. Right, I need to knock out the blocker first. I only take 2 damage here. I knock out the blocker in 1 shot. Knock into that. And then I attach the Captain Hook to the Queen's Palace. Or the Queen's Castle. Now, if he drops a Maui, that's kind of annoying. Because Maui just deals with both of them on the board, because I don't have evasive naturally. You would think that, like, this character would have evasive the way he, like... The way he's flying, you'd think he'd have evasive. You really would think. Like, Steel does not have evasive at all. They have characters that get evasive on your turn, but not like a natural evasive character. There's the Maui. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, I knew he was going to knock out that location. I mean, I personally would also want to knock out the location. That basically is threatening him. So now he does get this Maui's Fish Hook for free because of the fact that he has Maui on the board. So he could give his guy evasive, and then I can't deal with him. And then he can literally come and swing at the location again. So there is that one possibility. Personally, that's what I would do. I would give my Maui evasive, threaten the location next turn, or even threaten the 2 characters. Because this only gains Challenger on my turn, so I would give it evasive. Tell me that or don't give it evasive. Don't do that. Don't do what I just said. Anyways, we'll put this out and give myself that buff. We are going to basically die. And because I did banish a character in the challenge, I do get to draw 1 card. After that, I quest for my 2 and pass. The problem is I'm still using this location to, like, buff myself. I think it's whenever I banish. Yeah. So it's whenever I banish a character in a challenge, I get to draw 1, so it's not great. But it does buff all my Captain Hooks. So the 5-drop and the 1-drop do get buffed here. Which is pretty nice. So he's lost 2 Maui. One's in his Inkwell, one's in his drop. He could still, like, do any normal, like, combo, like... The problem is, unless he plays out another Maui, that Fish Hook costs him 2 power, 2 ink, and has to be tapped. I'm not kind of interested. Like, why wouldn't you just spin the Fish Hook to literally just get the Maui evasive? It protects the Maui, and forces me into doing something else. Because then it basically would next turn force me to say, hey, look, your location's getting knocked out next turn. You can't threaten my Maui. So he deals 5 damage or something? Okay, yeah. Oh, well.
you know, sometimes my characters don't withstand the combat. I'll play this, withdraw, thank goodness, because then I can just spam this rabbit back to my hand. Get that rabbit back to my hand, take another draw. That's pretty nice. And I pass. Nice little combo there. Yeah, I had to sacrifice a Maleficent for it. It was Gustav the Giant. You're gonna spend a be prepared to knock out one character. Oh. Hey, I believe like Gustav the Giant can't do anything but to say like, I'm winning on my location, so hey, we got both games. Great for us. Well, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the location spam deck as well as the games. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you, and we'll see you next time on Mama Dragons TCG.